Well, in this little video, I want to show you how to install MSCLoader for my summer car, and also like a couple mods that I actually enjoy and recommend. So yeah, let's go. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I see since my summer car videos that I've done on how to build this system, I have gained a little bit of traction. I say a little bit. Very little bit. I've decided, since I also showcased a mod or two that I used, I decided, you know what, you could maybe tell the couple of people that actually watched this shit how the mods work, how to install them, how to manage them, yada yada yada. And this is where MSCLoader comes into play. First of all, I'm not gonna become a complete my summer car channel, okay? Forget that. I'm gonna do some recording stuff. I'm gonna do some my summer car stuff, but that's not the main stuff I'm gonna do. I still play a lot of other shit. Anyway, for any modding purposes, my summer car mod loader is basically the icing on the cake. It's basically the non plus ultra, the thing you need in order to make any sort of mods work. And in this video I kind of want to show you how to get it, how to unpack it, how to update it, how to launch it, how to mod my summer car. So first off, there are 3 websites where you can download the MSC mod loader, and every single one of them is managed by the original creator. So let's just go into Firefox. Nice little jump cut right there. There are 3 pages, one of them being Race Department's My Summer Car plugin, which is this one. Then there is GitHub, the repository where you can download the full package or just the launcher. And then there's Nexus mods. For Race Department and Nexus mods you have to make an account in order to download it. For GitHub you don't need to. For GitHub you can just download the full package or the launcher itself. Apparently there are 2 differences between the there is a difference between the launcher and the full package. The launcher is just a small 300 kilobit file which downloads the full package basically from GitHub, which is quite neat. The full package, it's a full package, you don't need to unzip any, you do need to unzip it, but you don't need to run a launcher or anything. Just put it in a folder, run it, yada yada yada, but we're gonna get to that. So first thing is, of course, take one of those 3. I'm gonna go the launcher route, simply because it's easier. So take any one of those 3 download links. I'm using Race Department for this one. Download it and then open up your zip file. We got it here. This is the MSCLoader launcher, you can see. I'm just gonna put it in the background in a folder called MSCLoader right down here. You have it put in now. You can just close your 7-zip and you've got MSCLoader launcher.exe right here. File description MSCLoader updater, company Cosmos Software, file version 1.2.0.0, which is all fine and dandy. So what you have to do now is keep it in a folder all by itself. Don't put it on your desktop, put it in a folder on your desktop basically. Then launch the launcher. Launcher will now download all needed files. It says here all files will be downloaded to the same folder as this launcher. Continue, yes or no. And that's why I said put it in the same folder as your put it in a folder where it is alone. Just click yes in this case. It should open up. It's downloading right now. Files downloaded successfully. Why didn't it capture my... There it is. Sorry. So there's the MSC updater. And there's the box here, it says. Here it's basically... Yeah. Here it basically has all the patch notes, and it just closed again. So you have it downloaded now, wonderful, nice and dandy. You start it up new. The patcher, the executable that opens when you click OK and it finishes downloading. It's actually the MSCPatcher.exe right here. So the way you patch it is you click on MSC folder here, because this exe doesn't know your MSC folder yet. So you just click on open, and it wants to know your MSC folder in order to patch it. In my case, it's on my D drive, on my recovery drive, quite neatly. You probably have it on program files x86, then it's Steam, Steam apps, common, my summer car. As you can see, I have a my summer car folder here as well, but I don't know why. Anyway, I have it in D, games, Steam apps, common, my summer car, and then you just have to choose your mysummercar.exe, open it up, and in my case it already says, yep, it's installed, MSCLoader.dll is up to date. In your case, it will have to say MSCLoader.dll not found, or something along those lines, and you want to install MSCLoader. So you just have to click on that. So I'm just gonna... No, I actually don't want to remove it, sorry. So you just click on install MSCLoader. Congratulations. Now, if we just zoom in on the settings down here, you can see 3 cards, basically. Mods folder, settings, and log. The mods folder is basically what it says. What folder do you want to use in order to have your mods stored? There is the standard one, the documents folder, which is c/users/your username/documents/mysummercar/mods, which is basically the best one, because then it's just in your documents. Let me just close this up real quick. It's just here, down here in the documents, my summer car mods. There you go. There's your mods. You know, it's that easy, which is the one I recommend the most. Other than that, you can choose the game folder itself, which is in my case D, games, Steam apps, common, my summer car, and then it's gonna make a mods folder there, which is, I guess, alright, but it kinda, in my opinion, creates a little mess. Or you can use appdata c/user/username/appdata/localhost/amistech/mysummercar/mods, which is it's alright. It kinda hides your mods away from public view because it's in your app data folder, but also if you want to install any mods, it's gonna be a hell of a lot of mess, because you're gonna have to find your save game folder first. So that's why I suggest and recommend you choose the documents folder, because this is just the safest and basically the best way in that sense. Now you can have, there's 2 settings. Enable output.txt or disable resolution dialog. Basically, enable output log.txt, never ever disable that, because should any one of your mods throw up an error and you want to report that error to the mod author, you will have to submit the output log.txt. A million times I've seen on the forums people go, your mod doesn't work, it says it's thrown up an error. And when the mod author asks, well, what does your output log.txt say? You know, can you send me your output log.txt? The person's like, what's an output log.txt? That's basically it. The output log.txt logs everything and every possible warning, error, anything that any mod you have installed might throw up. So, should anything happen, should there be a load error, a save error, a teleport on void error, anything like that, should any part of a DLL fail, or should any API fail or anything, it's getting written down in that output log.txt. You, as a consumer, as a user, don't have to understand what it says in there. The only person, or the only persons that have to understand what the output log.txt says, and those people do understand it. I mean, they're making the mods that you enjoy playing with. They're the mod developers, and they know what they see there. So, never ever have that disabled. Disable resolution dialog is pretty simple. Resolution dialog is basically startup window in Unity. So if you just, let me just switch over to Steam real quick. What the resolution window is, if you click on play and it says launching my summer car, this is what pops up, the configuration. And that is the resolution window, where you choose your screen resolution, where you choose your graphics quality, where you choose your monitor where it plays on, whether you choose if it's windowed or not. And I mean, okay, you don't want to touch these input anyway, because you can't just set that in the game, but this is the dialog thing that the setting in MSCLoader that this setting, disable resolution dialog. I mean, you can disable if you have everything set and never ever want to change it, but I recommend you don't. And if you have fiddled around with this shit, you can just click like apply these settings, and there you go. It says no debug files found, which in my case is perfectly fine. That means my mods that I use work together fine. And again, here's a log, loaded saved MSC folder, found mods, Yoo-hoo MSCLoader's up to date, MSC patcher is ready, game folder set, newest patch found, yada yada. So, congratulations, you've just installed MSCLoader into your My Summer Car. Now, you wanna keep that folder. That folder, which in my case is called MSCLoader, keep that. Because, well, My Summer Car likes to have updates, especially in the experimental branch. It likes to have updates every 5 seconds, basically. And that means every single time there's an update for My Summer Car, you have to patch My Summer Car loader again. And I've had that multiple times happen to me, that I see, oh, there's an update for My Summer Car, and I start the thing up and then suddenly, where's my mods gone? Don't worry, it's not gonna instantly make your mods incompatible. Oh hell no, that would be horrible. But as soon as you see that it says My Summer Car update queued or update installed, or if you check the discussions in the experimental thread, let me just go there real quick. If you see on the experimental, oh, there's been an unread message. And if you check the active test branch log and if you see, oh, something has been added. That means there has been an update to My Summer Car. And that means, that's right, you have to go back there, load up MSC Patcher, and patch it again. If you load it up, it's gonna remember your MSC install folder, and if it says status installed but MSCLoader not found, maybe there was an update to MSC, that is. And then you just install it again, there you go. 2 mouse clicks and you're up to date again. So, now there are a couple of mods that I definitely recommend you install as well. So now we can just close this real quick because we got that. One mod I definitely am using, and that definitely is something I recommend you use, is MOP. Modern Optimization plugin. It basically messes a little bit about with Unity's graphics settings and the way it activates and deactivates objects. And that way it works. And you know, it increases your FPS, and as you've seen on my recordings, I've never really got above 20 FPS, which is fine in my opinion, because I've pretty much been below 20 FPS for most time. My Summer Car frame rate counter cannot go lower than 20, so with MOP I'm at like 18, 19, sometimes 20, 21. At some point when I'm just loading the game fresh and I have nothing around me, I'm maybe at 35 to 40, but without MOP, I'm just at like 5. So yeah, if you have not the best rig or not the best PC, I recommend using MOP definitely. So again, I put the links in the description below of the video. Just there's a Nexus Mods link. There's a GitHub page, which I'm gonna open up right now, where there's also somewhere here is a wiki where it tells you how it works, active distance, safe mode, graphics, and there's also a somewhere. No, hold on. Mod rules. There is somewhere there. Mod compatibility, there you go. If you want to know if your mod is compatible with MOP, just go here. These are all the mods that are supported and compatible with modern optimization plugin. These ones aren't. You know, it's just basically that. So there's a GitHub page, there's a Nexus mod page, there's a race department page as well, where I downloaded it from, for example. Stuff like that. Next one I'm using mainly for the tutorials, because it just helps, you know, it just helps skip time, because I don't have to wait 5 days for it, is Save Anywhere. It's a small plugin, it's like one little DLL file, it's like, let me just check real quick. Save Anywhere, it's basically, it's this little 5 kilobyte DLL file, and it works, you know. So that little file is basically, you hit Alt S and it saves your game wherever you are, and you, of course you go back into the main menu, but it's an easy little plugin. It's a 5 kilobyte file and it works wonders. Of course there's this guy that is goes like, it's kind of obsolete since you can already save anywhere in Cheatbox, but buddy, what if you don't want to use Cheatbox? What if you just want to use Save Anywhere and that's it? Anyway, for a little bit more realism, I'm using also air brake simulation for the Gifu, which kind of explains itself, real like air brakes with like slow response and the air pressure and everything like that, yada yada yada. The way it works, again, you hit download, you see where the DLL is, and you plop it in your mods folder. You go here to your documents or wherever you set your mods folder, go to My Summer Car, go to mods, there you go. There's all of that. So there's that. And the last one I kind of recommend, but it's not really needed, it's kind of more for the funsies, is the four-door Ferndale. And, well, there's not much to say. I mean, the pictures speak for themselves. So, that's that. Now you've installed your mods, you've loaded up MSCLoader, everything's fine. What now? Well, you want to start up My Summer Car, obviously. So let's do that real quick, and I'll talk to you in My Summer Car. Alright, so now basically My Summer Car is loaded up. As you can see, I get a warning for experimental build, that's part of MSCLoader. And as you also saw, MSCLoader checks for updates on the mods you have installed. And how that works is also quite amazing actually. And let me just turn my volume down a little bit so I don't have to shout. So as you can see, I click OK. As you can see on the top left, it says MSCLoader is ready and it's up to date. So that's already amazing. Also, I see there's two mouse cursors on my... Please ignore that, that's just my OBS having a little bug. Anyway, the mods folder is also defined as, in my case, C/users documents My Summer Car mods. Great. And as you can see on the top right, Modern Optimization plugin has already loaded up. Oops. Hey. Okay, as you can see, Mob has already loaded up all its rule files. So, on the bottom right you will see a... There you go. On the bottom right you will see... on the bottom right you will see a little button called Mod Settings. If you click on that, it will open the mod context menu. You will have all your loaded mods in here. In my case, I've got Shop Catalog, I've got the Modern Optimization plugin, Tangerine Pickup, the four-door Ferndale, all of that shit, the alcohol meter, Call Your Cousin, Backpack, CD player enhanced, chase camera, yada 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 yada. The important thing though is the first thing you're gonna have is Show Core Modules, and those are the two core modules that would be installed regardless of whether you have any mods installed or not. The console and the settings main. The console is of course the console that pops up on the bottom left, as you can see here. You know, blah blah blah, loading this, loading that. It's basically kind of, it's logging everything again. It's like the output TXT but simplified. And the main settings are here. You can basically show experimental warning. This is the thing that you just saw on my startup. Show mod folder. If you uncheck that, it's gonna hide the mod folder from your game here. Only in the main menu, of course. Show settings. Yeah, show settings button in bottom right corner. Of course, if you disable that, that button will disappear. 60 frames per second limit in main menu. That's a little bit to save a little bit on your graphics card, a little bit on the resources. Open URLs in Steam overlay. If you check that, and I open, for example, mob not settings, details of mob, you can see show on Nexus mods, show on race department, show on GitHub. You're up here. If I open that on Nexus mods, it's gonna open up the Steam overlay. Let me check if you can actually see that. I don't think you can actually see that. It's alright. It'll open it that way. If you go back and click on the settings, on the main settings, and if you uncheck that, which I had unchecked, is it'll just open in your standard browser any mod, any URLs basically. So that's that. You have keybinds here for open menu. The settings menu is basically Control M. As you can see, I'm not hitting the button on the bottom right. I'm just clicking Control M, and on the keybinds for the console, you can check whatever button you want to have as your console button, so that you don't accidentally open your console. Because once you open that, you are kind of screwed because it's gonna take the focus of your game and you know, stuff like that. Anyway, you'll have your mods. You'll have some mods have settings enabled, some have settings disabled. For example, mob has active distance and all that stuff here. You just gotta toy around with that a little bit. So that's basically that, all that shit. So once you've done that, you can close the mod settings menu and continue with your save game. So it's loading right now. And what you also can see is basically when it loads in, it's gonna first, of course, load all the mods and then you can go. Of course, it's got to load first. Alright. So, as you can see, now that little thing on the top goes away. And it's now loading mods. Please wait. Don't move, don't do anything, just wait when it's done. There you go. Wait for a mob to initialize. There you go. And there you go. Now got mods working. For example, as you can see, I'm just gonna go to the Ferndale. This works. So that stuff works. As you can see, the Donner Tech turbocharger is installed and is working. Well, somewhat, but you know, it is installed, yada yada yada. So that's that. The mods are working, and if you find any mod you like, just download it, install it through MSCLoader. There you go, Bob's your uncle. You're gonna be Johnny on the spot with that. So I hope that helped you a little bit. Again, it's just a little short shit show video. Again, it's not that difficult to install mods in my summer car. It's just kind of, it's a little gamble to see what mods are really compatible with each other and what aren't. Anyway, that's that for now, and well, again, I hope you liked this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, yada yada yada, all that usual shit. If you disliked it, dislike it, and tell me what I can do better. So yeah, this has basically been how to install MSCLoader into MSC, and some mods I recommend personally. Thank you very much for watching. I'm out. See ya.